let's go for a third one, see if we can do 2 out of 3 today. The main reason I really don't like discard decks so much, even though I used to be an 8-rack player in Modern, is they're really iffy on if they even do a whole lot. I've been told that there's a thing running around Modern called Scam, where they're going to make you discard like 4 cards in the first couple turns. And yeah, that's good, but if your opponent top decks anything that's relevant, it's not very good. This hand would be okay with a second land, but I think we can do better in a game 1. This should be pretty good. We got a turn 1 goose, turn 2 draw some cards. We'll put back the Corvold since we're not really ready for it, even though we could get there pretty quickly with this hand. Of course there's a Thoughtseize, that's always a little annoying. They really should take the Dispute. Yeah. We're still going to play the goose because it shields the cat from removal spells. If we go ahead and play the devil here, that puts the onus on them to do something. So we're going to run it that way. Vastly lowers the chance of our goose getting removed, and we can replace the food. Yep, brings out one of their discard spells. And I think we just hold back and make a food here. This card's decently good against us at times, so we might go ahead and spend some on getting rid of it. Otherwise we can just kind of continue holding back, not really play into the Misery Shadow. We could even block it with this, force him to pump. Sure. So they're a little bit different build of red-black. They're kind of getting massacred on lands, which definitely gives us an advantage. We'll see if they want to go ahead and block here. If they go ahead and trade, we don't even need to use the Meat Hook Massacre, but since they don't seem inclined to, I'm going to go ahead and fire it off. They did find a third land, even though it's tapped. They seem to be a very removal-heavy version of this deck. So this is where we play the devil. And we go ahead and do this, just get rid of Misery Shadow, because it's a really annoying card for us. And it makes the devil just a must-answer thing for them. Like, they gotta do it right now. Or else this Reflection of Kiki Jiki is gonna take off. But it looks like they don't have anything. We're flooding out again, a little annoying. But we will likely get there. Oh, they've added a new effect to Adventures. Yeah, they're a very controlling version of Rakdos. And here, we're going to go ahead and send in the cat. They don't have enough bloods to actually use the harvester to get rid of the Mayhem Devil. And blocking here means we get rid of the harvester. Okay, or they block that way, which still doesn't matter. We were mostly intending to get free value there. So, worked. Yeah. Got us a new Fable. So I always forget what all this says, because it says a lot of stuff. But it doesn't remove any cards in graveyards. We discard this, we've got plenty of lands. And we find a second trail. That's not too bad. So us attacking here kind of with everything does just kind of force them to block. But so far we're really in the driver's seat. We don't got to do that. They do get to block here, but they still get dealt 2. Yes. Yep. We're bringing the cat out of the graveyard on our turn to try to protect it from this Hive of the Eye Tyrant. So I could go ahead and get rid of this harvester, but I think just trying to get rid of them is the play here. Well, we only got lands there, but that's fine. So they were a pretty removal heavy version of Rakdos. They didn't show us anything particularly special about it other than the giants. I think Anoint with Affliction is better than Fatal Push in general against them. And we'll go on a Meat Hook for an Engrath. They didn't have a Gigantha companion, and they were a pretty controlling version, so Shieldred may pop up here. And our current configuration doesn't have a whole lot of ways to deal with her. So we might end up losing to her in Game 2 and have to reboard with that in mind. This hand kind of sucks, but it's pretty Thoughtseize proof. So here we've got 3-card advantage sources. They're just going to take the one that actually doubles as a threat. And we're developing a board here and they're not, which is usually a pretty good deal for us. Obviously, Bone Crusher to face is not something that they want to do. I don't know if we really care to Anoint with Affliction a token. is most likely not a very good use of our resources. And we have a whole lot to do with our mana that they don't generally. They kind of curve out to 4 and just don't do a whole lot. We are going to block to try to get the free value. They've shown us Graveyard Trespasser, so we're going to wait to see if they try to play one. And just kind of hope that they don't run Cling to Dust. Ah, that's unfortunate. That is a factor I should probably consider when boarding going forward. So they might have... Okay. They kind of act like they have a Fatal Push here. I think it's prudent to anoint with Affliction the Reflection rather than the Bone Crusher, because Bone Crusher we can just do this all day and taking 1 or 2 isn't a big deal for us. Reflection can make some scary things happen. Including just making a bunch of Blood Tithe Harvesters and killing all of our stuff. They might have removal here, but we really kind of need the cards since they're ahead on board. That's a pretty good one, especially if we can find another land. Well, we found the land. So, run back what we did earlier today. Go into full control so that we can get the food and the life out of here. So we're at parity with them, but we have an advantage engine. They do have a piece of Graveyard Hate still. Shieldred is still absolutely the scariest thing they can do. That we don't care about right now. We are going to go ahead and get rid of it because it makes our cat and trail super awkward. See if we can find an untapped land and go ahead and deploy this Fable. Devil is better though. Trail of Come is kind of showing why we go ahead and go into green instead of being Rakdos like them. Because we don't have a ton of green cards. Yeah, they get to hit us here. We're still at a very healthy life total. So I'm going to go ahead and run out this devil. And we're kind of playing it this way, like waiting on the cat there, to make sure that we get value out of the devil. Because they might have removal. They do have a lot of it, it looks like. Okay, that's a Croxa in the yard with enough cards to bring it back. But I don't think they're going to get time to take advantage of it. So we're going to go ahead and get more value out of this devil. And find a second one in the process. So they're definitely in big trouble here. We're doing it this way to encourage them to fire up their hive. Yeah. So we still haven't seen any Shieldreds out of them and take down Rakdos easy like we normally do.